Good evening. Welcome. Welcome to a very hairy woolly. Let's have a look at that. Check this out. Check it out, guys. Check it out. Only 2 months ago. That's 4 months of growth right there. How's this looking? It's not as glorious, but it's definitely coming along as well. Of course, in typical Woolies World fashion, as soon as I start talking, something happens downstairs that might or might not need my attention, but that will remain to be seen. Welcome. It has been an uneventful week. We have been self-isolating. Yay! COVID, 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 COVID. Not me personally. Park, how's it going? Not me personally, but it has visited the house again. We have double COVID. It's all gone. It's all done and dusted with. But Friday night when I came on, we had just found out that there was COVID in the house, and it was like, not again. But it seems to be the thing. As I was saying last Friday night, it seems to be that maybe the news in Ukraine is ramping down a bit, because it seems like the news about COVID is starting to ramp up a bit, and it just seems to be more in the news and well, on my news sources and what I'm reading. So yes, of course, and then the inevitable, but it's all done and dusted. We're all sorted now, but it does mean then that I am still behind. So not a lot of stuff done this week. I did have to invest in a new lawnmower, which was I was holding out. I was holding out for the YouTube gods to come down and smile upon me and say, "Okay, Wally, here is the compact tractor that you have been waiting for all your life." Simon, I am a double vitamin D-er every single day, turmeric, and I also take zinc and all that stuff. I take everything because of my fibromyalgia. I had a very, very disciplined regime in the morning of taking lots of vitamins and all that stuff. Dan, you are very welcome. Go on, Ireland. That's all I'm going to say there, English woodsman. So that's, I'm okay, but we have this cold, and we have had this cold for weeks. So this is the problem, So that is the way it goes. But anyway, I went out and I bought a new lawnmower today. It's not a new lawnmower. I went out and I bought a second-hand lawnmower. I just was hoping that I would be able. I killed my other lawnmower. I killed my good one. So I was going out and I was going to buy a brand new lawnmower. I was going to buy a Mountfield lawnmower. What I wanted a Honda lawnmower, but I didn't have £1,000 to spend on a Honda lawnmower. So I was going to my local B&Q to buy a Mountfield lawnmower. That was going to cost me approximately £350 for 160cc lawnmower. So before on the way to my local on my way to my local, I called on my way to Newry to the local B&Q. Jesus, I can't even speak. Let me just check something now. So, I can't even remember the name of it now. I can't remember the name of it. So listen, basically what happened was, Pat, how's it going? We'll get to that. What? What, Dieselman? So listen, I ended up going in, and they had to my local hire place, which was on the way. I says, I'll call in here first. First of all, they had new lawnmowers, right? Because I need 2 lawnmowers. I need one for the house and I need one for Red Branch, right? To save me having to move stuff back and forward and lift big heavy lawnmowers and blah blah blah. This is my thinking. I was thinking I get a cheap lawnmower for the house, get a good heavy duty lawnmower for Red Branch, because it's a lot of grass, and I sometimes I let it go too far, and then I have to cut heavy grass and high grass and stuff like that. Anyway, so I went in, and he had a Honda lawnmower, right, that he had received on trade-in, and he was looking 250 quid for it. Now, I took it out. It was very, very complex machine. It was a 160cc Honda engine. But it actually turned out that it wasn't a Honda. It was another Japanese company. It was Orc. Ginge79, you're very welcome, buddy. Orc, or OREC, maybe? Something like that. My God, this thing, it starts, you pull it. You don't need to press anything down. You just pull it and the engine starts, and then you have to engage stuff to make it work. So it's a 3-speed, literally an actual 3-speed gearbox on it, and you have to clip. It's so funny to use, because the blade doesn't turn. The engine's sitting there running. The blade doesn't turn or it doesn't do anything until you engage the blade, and it goes. Oh, sounds like it's going to take off. But Jesus, it's a powerful machine. Aluminium, cast aluminium deck. It's very seems the business. I'm going to say Orc, OREC. Yes, it's OREC. I had to go look at it. That's it there. Yeah. So, guys, 250 quid. Went home and I had a quick look to see how much it was brand new. £1,295. Yeah, you can. There's loads of parts, like tons. It's all Honda. It was £1,285. That was the price of the bloody thing. He says, boy traded that in to get the bigger model. Traded it in last year. It's been sitting there and it's never even been used. Started on the second go, and it was like, okay, so I'll take this one maybe, and what I'll do. But listen, this was the eye opener, right? I went in about 10 years ago. Went into Homebase and bought a Homebase own brand lawnmower for about €120 with a Briggs and Stratton engine on it and a steel deck and all that jazz. Not very big, but not very small, right? I think I bought a Trimmer and the thing and the lawnmower at the same time, and I tell you, it was a good lawnmower. It got a little bit too small for the garden I was using and for down at Red Branch and stuff, so I passed it on to somebody else. But I went in. I was going to buy a small lawnmower, and it was going to cost me £200, right? And only that it wasn't well, here's what happened. We're putting it together. I was getting the boys to start it and all, and make sure it was all running and stuff like that. Now, this is brand new, 3-year warranty and all that jazz. And I swear to God, they couldn't get the collection bag to go on it properly. So I was sort of having a look and fiddling about and trying to get stuff. I just started to realize that this thing was made of tin and it was pop riveted together. It was like the whole thing was in different parts and it was pop riveted together. And I was going, this is a bag of shite. 200 quid. I'm paying 250 quid for this thing that is an absolute beast beside it. And this thing is 200 quid. I was like, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to leave it for a minute. I'm going to leave it and I'm going to go and I'll stick with the big one and see how I get on with that. Jesus, it was bad quality for that price. My God. I know things are more expensive, but Jesus, there was, I was in B&Q last week looking at the lawnmowers. This is why I was heading back in there. And they had one of their own brands, you know, one of those little green yokes. It's made of plastic, right? And this was, and it was about, it was 90cc or 99cc or something like that. And that thing was 3 times the lawnmower that this one was, that they were looking 200 quid for. I couldn't believe it, but this thing was shit. Like, just, there was nothing. There was no ounce of quality in this whatsoever. Flimsy plastic, tin, like really light tin, you know, like a step up from a bloody biscuit tin. I was like, no, I think I'll leave it, boys. I think I will leave it. But guys, if you are interested, I know, boy, Diesel Man, that is mental. The P&O. Let me just see now. Let me just check something. Sorry, guys. I think this is it here. Anyway, so new. Yes, I was reading that in the paper today. Biscuits. It's just, it's crazy, boy. It's crazy. I was actually reading it in the newspaper on the news yesterday, and they were saying we are definitely not going into liquidation. We're definitely not doing this. We're definitely not going to treat our staff wrong. And then they turn up today, and they literally, security guards escort the members of staff to their cabins, make them clear out their cabins, and escort them off the ships. Goodbye. You are sacked. You know. And what I hear is, guys, P&O is a ferry company here, and it has just announced that it is basically, I don't even know what to do. This is, I heard that they are sacking everybody to bring them back on at 0 hour contracts, so that they can pay them less money. You know, but when you think about it, right, there's a lot of stuff going on here at the minute that's affecting ferry companies. You know, especially the ferries coming into the north. I wonder if this is a knock-on effect from Brexit and the Irish border and diesel prices and all these things. You know, so it just it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit nuts. It's just a little bit nuts, and it's a little bit nuts the way that the company went about it. You know, it's crazy. You know it's bad when you see the DUP, Sinn Féin, and the UUP, just, you know, starting up together. You know, at the dockyards, going, "This is mental. We can't believe this is happening." 800 jobs, boy. That, there you go, Park. You know, 800 jobs. That is mental. You know, and these people are talking about that they've worked there for 20 odd years and stuff like this, and you know, they live on the ship and everything, and it's just like, get your stuff, get out. They're threatening to arrest people if they don't leave, and it's crazy, boy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you're listening. It's just crazy, guys. So I'll put it out there. I was thinking about this today. And I know, and you know, it's from our previous conversations that is bringing me around to this topic tonight, and why I want to talk about it tonight. We always sort of skirt around it, and we talk about different things, and we never actually get into the nitty gritty of it, guys. And the buzzword for it is prepping at the minute. And this is the thing, right? So prepping. What is prepping? What is it to you? What does it mean to you? Okay, so prepping to me conjures up these images of, like, you know, boys living away off in the woods, you know, self-sufficient in cabins, stockpile of weapons and ammunition and all that cool stuff, and food and all that, you know, sitting there, gas mask on, waiting for the end of the world, right? The whole world, up until a couple of years ago, that was their idea of a prepper. Okay, that's what they thought. Oh, these preppers, these doomsday preppers, these end of the world preppers. But, right, Getting ready for the Russians or the Chinese or whoever decides that it's time, you know. So this is the thing, right? So I was thinking about it when my mother was a child, they prepped. Okay, they didn't call it prepping. They weren't preppers. They were just people. That is what you did. Okay. Now, sorry, I'm going to take my glasses off, guys. If you see me squinting or you see me rubbing my head, it's because I'm getting a headache because I can't read. You know, so I'll come back to you about that one, Park. So this is the thing, right? When in certain states in America, you can go back one generation and this is what your family did. Okay. In Ireland, it's at least 2 generations that you go back. Okay. And, you know, we would have a root cellar. We would have grown our crops to feed our own families. Okay. And we would have preserved food and we would have, you know, and we would have got the hay and we would have cut the hay and we would have made bale, you know, baled it or whatever, and brought it into the shed, and we would have used that for our fodder for our animals for the winter. Okay, we would have done all that stuff. Okay, but then modern convenience came along. Sure, why do you need to put food away in the cupboard for the dark months of winter when you can go up to the shop and buy it? You know, this sort of thing. Now, the reason why I thought this was a good topic because I think that a lot of you guys are of the same wavelength as me, and that we are, if we're not preppers, you know, is there another word for it? Do you call yourself a prepper? You know, we are sort of in that mindset. Okay, a lot of you guys are firewood guys. You know, a lot of you guys are chainsaw guys. You know, so you do your own firewood. To me, that is prepping. Okay, so I am half a face cord away from being completely stocked for winter 22-23. Okay, I've already started on winter 23-24. So, of course, Simon, that's what I mean. And this is the thing, Park. So back to Park's comment there. Okay, prepping since about 2018, and I would say if there's anybody here that's watching this that has recently got into it, they're probably looking around 2018, 2019 timeline as well. Okay. I know I am. Now, I would have always been interested in it, but I never really did anything about it. You know, like I have a garden and stuff like that, but it's storing food and something like that is not really something that I did. Okay. Until around 2019. Peppy, how's it going? You're very welcome, buddy. Now, it just seems that there was a time, yeah, preparing for a rainy day. There was a time when, you know, it was only the crazy people that did it. It was only the crazy people that said that things were going to happen. It was only crazy people that said that China was going to release a biological weapon on the world, you know, or that somebody was going to release a biological weapon on the world, or there was going to be some sort of biological incident in the world where everybody would have to stay in their houses and you wouldn't be able to do this and wouldn't be able to do that. 5 years ago, if I was sitting here saying that, okay, people would be saying I was a lunatic. Oh, Wally's raving. Oh my God, he says that the whole world is going to be shut down. There's going to be a massive pandemic and you're not going to be able to leave your house for basically 2 years. And you should all be going, Wally, you've lost it, man. Lost it. What just happened? Okay. So, you know, we're supposedly coming out of this COVID pandemic, whatever, now at the minute, but it is absolutely everywhere. You know, it seems that there is as much, if not more, infections now than there was 6 months ago, a year ago, and all that stuff. Okay, so I think, Dieselman, I am doing the charity shave on, I am going to say May 27th. May 27th. So yeah, this is the thing. So Peppy, man, I'm building to that. I'm building to that. You know, so I don't have a generator. I don't have anything like that. You know, small stash of batteries, nothing major. But guys, it's the food. It's the food, you know. So prepping is something, and this is the thing. If you have a massive stockpile of something, there's not a lot to stop somebody who is very determined just to come and take it, you know, unless you're getting into a shootout and stuff like that, and you know, that brings you into stockpiling weapons and stuff. And for a lot of us, stockpiling weapons is not something that you can really do, depending on geography. Okay, I know you guys in the States that are watching are probably going for stockpiling weapon. What, you mean more than 40? You know, so whereas here, having two guns is, you know, if you have a gun and you have two guns, you're a little bit outside the norm. So you see, this is it, Park, straight into World War III. Or is it? You know, it's like, it just seems to be that we are moving from one situation to the next. And there's always something. Bang, bang, bang. You know, there you go. It's like the world was waiting for this to happen. You've already started stealing firewood, Pat. Shame, shame. But this is it. Like, people are lazy, and lazy people can be greedy people as well. So there is a certain sense of entitlement to people in the world where they think, well, and I see it myself all the time. People come over and say, "Oh, give us some firewood, will you? You've loads." I'm like, fuck off. No, no. I split, I cut, I stacked, I hauled off wood from various mountains all over the place, and I split it and I stacked it, and it's all sitting here nice and drying. Why should I give you any of that? Do you know what I mean? So I get you, Pat. I get you. I get you. So this is what you're looking at. So how bad does it get? This is it. You know, the price of the fuel is still rising. The government levies or the government cuts on taxes have not done a lot to stop it from rising. Nice, Park. That's nice. That's nice. Solar is definitely. There's a lot of houses hooked up in the north here to solar, but it goes directly into the grid. There's not people who are using their own batteries, but I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to change it over. Like, if a grid goes down, you have all these solar panels that are generating electricity anyway. How hard is it to get a couple of batteries so that you can link them up? Well, this is it, Simon. You know, the new normal they talked about all the time. You know, staying in your house and not seeing anybody is the new normal. You know, and it didn't take long for people to get used to that. Okay, and there's also, and this is the thing. This is the thing that I am very aware of, guys. Sorry, I'm just changing my light. Is I'm very aware of when I'm reading or when I'm watching the news. I generally don't watch the news, but I will watch articles and stuff. And it's the language that is being used by these people when they're talking about what is going on in the world and what is going on in Ukraine. So Nazis, they're talking about Nazis, both sides talking about Nazis, talking about war crimes, talking about all these things. And it's like you're being set up to be okay with what's coming next. That's what I feel what it's like. It's like Putin is saying that the Ukrainians are Nazis, you know, and it's like they're calling Putin, saying that he has committed war crimes and all these different things. And it's like, it's only going one way. You know, this is what it seems like. It's like they are preparing us for well, as Simon was saying, World War III. You know, so I read a quote and it said, I don't know what weapons World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. What does that say? Do you know what? And I think that was George Orwell in 1984, 1982, 1984. What's that book called? Something like that. So what do you do? This is my question. What do you do? Do you throw a camouflage jacket on your back and head over to Poland and jump the border and fight the Russians? Do you head over and do you go to Poland, jump the border and fight the Ukrainians? I don't know, guys. I don't know. It just seems to be a bit mad. a bit mad. And it's like history repeats itself. We all know that. History repeats itself. So are we going to be sitting here in a year's time going, oh, they had time to step in and stop this, but now it's gone too far? You know, it's just a bit nuts. It's just a bit nuts. So prepping and the prepping nature that is in us. Well, somebody has to win. The prepping nature that is in us. This is the thing. So where do we start? Where do we start? Are tinned food worth it? For you guys that store food and stuff like that, you know, I don't want to know anything, any specifics or anything like that. But is it worth your while going out and buying all these tinned foods and putting them away? Are you better going and buying army rations and putting them away? Albert Einstein said it. There you go. Thank you. It definitely seems similar, doesn't it, Simon? Maybe. Yeah, I know. It's just all a bit odd. Everything is odd. Do you know? It really doesn't make sense. It's like everything that you're seeing on the news, it's like the soldiers are 17 years of age. They don't even know where they are. You know, they don't even know that they're in a war. They're just driving tanks about the place and getting caught and getting captured. And they're like, oh, we were told to do this. We were told to drive down this road, you know, and don't stop until we get to here. It's just, but what is the reasoning behind it? Why would you do that? What is the point? Are you, well, is Russia just sitting there going, well, do you know what? Let's just send in all the cannon fodder and just see what happens. Well, just see how much we can poke and see what sort of reaction we get. Okay. Putin thinks that America is weak. This is it. You know, so he thinks that they are weak. He thinks that they have weak leadership. He thinks that Biden is weak, you know, and he thinks that the American people are weak as well because of all the division that there is in America, you know. So I don't know. Maybe that's what he's doing. He's poking the nest to see what comes out. If something bad comes out, that's when he sends in the army. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, well, you see that that looked bad the world over. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just was like, you know, what you do. Yeah, Pat. The garden is going to come back again this year. I'm actually going to put a garden in down. Yeah, for me, it's probably just chickpeas and tinned tomatoes and ambrosia creamed rice. And this is the thing, like, this is the thing. You need to be rotating this stuff as well. So yeah, I know. Putin comes from a funny background as well, you know. So, you know, he was the head of the KGB and stuff like that. Guys, I really didn't want this to turn into a political rant about the war in the Ukraine. But anyway, no, see, there's no such thing as non-regulated ammo here, Pat. Everything is regulated. You know, it's hard to get ammo. There is only there's a maximum amount of ammo that you are allowed to have as well. It's not like you guys in the States. So Kane Custom Garage, how's it going, buddy? It's not like you have landed into one of the most unwoolies world live feeds ever. But bows are, it is illegal to hunt with a bow or a bow weapon here. Okay. Mama Taz, how's it going? Aldresk, how's it going? So guys, it's like, you know, you're talking, and Ireland has very, very little wildlife, you know, so Mike, I am actually a Russell Brand fan. I have to say, his videos are very thought provoking. It is he's very good. Chainsaws and axes is man talk. You are right. Nobody here is going to change your mind, Doug, and you're very welcome for joining us. Okay, so guys, this is my thing. This is what I'm going to leave this one. I'm not ending the live stream, by the way. Pat, I get you. So plant a garden. Spring is coming. Plant a garden. Okay, get some food in. I think. Where is Roddy, by the way? He must have heard that anti-still stuff that we haven't even started saying yet. Actually, do you know what? I was in when I was buying the lawnmower. It was a still dealership, and it was just orange and white everywhere. It was like, and they didn't even have a 500i. Didn't even have one. He says he can't keep them on the shelf. Can't keep them on the shelf. Can you believe that? A £1,200 saw in Northern Ireland, and you can't keep them on the shelf. So, who's threatening who? So that just goes to show, Jesus Christ. I says, have you got one? He says, no, they're all gone. He says, as soon as they come in to go out the door, can't keep them on the shelf. He says, would you be interested in one? I says, nah, I think I'd rather a 592 or something decent. In the North Park, it's 1,000 of each. That's without question. So in the South Park, you can have 1,000, but you need to be a member of, you need to have a reason for it. So if you are in a gun club, so if you're in a target club, you can have 1,000 rifle rounds. If you're in a clay pigeon club, you can have 1,000 shotgun rounds. But in the North, you automatically are entitled to 1,000 rounds of each. And you can have handguns as well. But not a lot of semi-automatics. You're not going to get a semi-automatic 223 or anything like that. 22s, Ruger 1022s. I have a Ruger 1022. And a Howie 1800 as well. And what is my shotgun called? An Escort Magnum. It's a good one. You can have 100 chainsaws, and you can get little tiny chainsaws and mount them on the end of each finger like this and go chainsaw, 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 chainsaw. So, yes. So, low-grade explosives from charcoal. Well, the thing about making explosives is that we don't really need any training in that over here, Pat. We're really, really good at it. Some might say the best. But chainsaws. The closest I got to a chainsaw this week, Doug was buying a new lawnmower. Yes, I bought a new lawnmower. I was hoping for you guys that missed the first 5 minutes. I was hoping that Dieselman knows. I was hoping that I would be able not have to buy a new lawnmower because I would be able to have enough money to buy a compact tractor with a lawnmower on the back of it. Don't need that. We go to school already knowing it, Dieselman. Nothing but chainsaws. How's it going, buddy? You're welcome. So, well, this is the thing. Fertilizer has doubled in price. So is the bloody diesel, hasn't it? It's like, oh, where am I? I'm lost now. Wally's way off on a tangent. I can't remember. So I was hoping. I saw your post, Kane. I saw your post. It's one of. I turned on Facebook, and the first thing that popped up was your score. My God, guys. My God. Second-hand shop. Getting a chainsaw in a second-hand shop. That is unheard of. That would never, ever, ever happen here. More than likely you go into somebody's shed and they have an old chainsaw. Oh, do you want that? That hasn't been used in 20 years. Do you want it? €800. So it's like, so this is what happened. I bought a £1,200 lawnmower today for £250. Yes. I bought a second-hand lawnmower. I thought that me just putting it out into the universe that I needed a compact tractor was enough for some compact tractor executive to wake up in the morning and go, oh, Wally needs a compact tractor. Where's my phone? And just ring me and say, Wally, tractor, it's coming. I'd be like, okay, who is this? Why are you ringing my house at 4 in the morning? So it's like, we're not quite there yet, but what can you do? I also managed to upload a video at the wrong time. So my Friday Wally's World video came out at 12 a.m. Crazy. How much is that in US dollars? Okay, so I paid $250, which is about $280 ish. So it probably was about a $1,400 lawnmower, if you can believe that lawnmower. And this is a push lawnmower. It's not a ride-on lawnmower or anything like that. It's a £1,400 lawnmower ish. I can tell you exactly. 1,295. If I can type, if I can remember what I'm doing and use pound signs and symbols and all that jazz, it is $1,707. Jesus Christ of Almighty. That is unbelievable. £250 sterling is worth $329. What is going on? The rate must have dropped out of it. What is a raspberry Bera? I can't pronounce that. Is it a gun? Does it shoot raspberries? Or is that a raspberry Beretta? Interesting. So I am still in the situation where I have no road into Red Branch, and I'm so lazy that I couldn't be bothered walking in with my chainsaws. $150 for 3 chainsaws. Jesus Christ. $150. Guys, I'm going to be doing this all evening. $150 is £113 sterling. My God, that is for nothing. Show off, Simon. Buy a tiller from a compact tractor. I bought a new lawnmower. It's about me. I know it's guys, you have no idea. I've said it to you before. You guys over in the States and Canada, you have no idea how lucky you are when it comes to secondhand. Yes. Send me all your saws, all of them. Like there is no such. The secondhand saw market is so uptight here. It's like there's just not the history. Do you know what I mean? I know I've said this before. It was still chainsaws. When I was growing up, you only ever saw a still chainsaw. You never saw anything else. And then Husqvarna started making its way in. Plant loads of spuds. 8 chainsaws for 80 quid. Now, I don't know what you spelt wrong, Doug. Spuds are overrated, guys. NBC suits. I thought we had moved past all this prepping stuff, guys, and we were back talking about our favorite chainsaws. NBC. What does NBC stand for? I know it's nuclear biological contaminant or something like that. But in this conversation, what does it stand for? Anybody downstairs know what NBC stands for? I don't know. It can be quite expensive. But I know at the minute, with the way things are going, the shipping from... Oh, Mama Taz, thank you. That makes loads of sense. There's no point in me asking them downstairs. I wouldn't have a clue. Nothing but chainsaws. I get it. It's a good motto. Somebody commented on one of my videos Was it you, Saws, about my compost and toilet video? I thought you would have built it all with the chainsaws. And I commented back, I love the smell of two-stroke in the morning. And I was thinking to myself, that would be a class t-shirt. You know, I love the smell of two-stroke in the morning. Smells like victory. That'd be a good t-shirt. Doug, get on it. Make it happen. Yeah, it would be fun. Okay, so let's think about sending me a chainsaw. What would be... Oh, Jesus, it'd be hard, wouldn't it? It'd be hard. It'd be like a kid just going, oh, I want to have one of these, and one of these, and one of these. I don't know. The shipping would be mental. Chemical. Yes. Oh. It was unused at that stage. It was unused. But so I'm having problems with my editing software for some reason. So I had 50 minutes of footage and I was editing down, and it was at like just over 10 minutes. But when I rendered it, it came out as 4 minutes, and I was like, what? How does that even happen? So wow, $150. Let me tell you, $150. That's £113.78. Jesus, for shipping. That is mental. Guys, I tell you, Buchan sent me that axe from Canada. It cost him about $120 to ship it. For an axe. For an axe. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Mental. He would be the boy to ask. Didn't he ship that saw out the Pilk? And I'm out of firewood. Dun, dun, dun. No, I'm not out of firewood because I found more firewood. Yay! What's a pavine? That's right, Pat. It's right. The £8 goodie box cost $70. My kids ripped it apart in 30 seconds. Jesus. Oh, we had the Radang. Well, we've had both of them, but we had the second Radang curry there last week. It was really nice. We had it with lamb. I'm going to say lamb. It could have been beef. It definitely wasn't chicken. And that's about as much as I know about that. I know. I feel like I am slacking on my chainsaws lately. I feel like I have I'm sort of waiting for things to happen. Pavine is a saw dealer on your continent. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have a continent. I live in Ireland. We are an island. Island of fools. An extremely handsome looking hairy man. But yes, no. I don't know. I've never heard of it. I really feel like I'm slacking on the chainsaw stuff. I have so much work to do down at Red Branch, and this issue that's going on. I've done a little video that hasn't come out yet because I'm still a couple of videos ahead. And this COVID thing just sort of threw us again. It would be. What was I saying? Jesus Christ, my head's away. I don't know, Diesel Man. Could you be arsed watching a video or movie about Belfast? I don't know. It is hard to know. I have so much work to do down at Red Branch, and I can't drive in because of the way the road is at the minute. But then you guys haven't seen that, so maybe I'll take some pictures tomorrow and I'll put them up. Okay, I get you, Doug. I get you. Can't drive in because the thing is full of concrete. So full of concrete that is going to take a long time to set because it needs to be scraped down, it needs to be leveled off and stuff like that. Simon, they're not bad, to tell you the truth. The bars aren't the best. The bars are very heavy, but I've had no problems with them. The chains last a very long time, but the first sharpen is a nightmare. I think I don't know what they're dipped in or whatever it is, but they are really, really hard to sharpen, first sharpen. So it works okay with the Dremel, but you definitely notice the difference. It definitely goes a little bit softer after the first sharpen. But I would recommend them, definitely. And the funny thing about the Rototech stuff is that a long time ago on Wooly's World, I contacted them and said, would you like me to review anything on the channel? Now, the channel was all over the place at the time, and it wasn't as niche as it is now. And they said, yeah, we'll give you some of this super sexy lube. That's what their bar oil is called. Where is Roddy? Hang on, I'll come back, Simon. They said, will you try some of this bar oil? So I did a wee review of the bar oil, made a wee YouTube video of it, and they had this competition running at the time. Was if you review any of our products, you'll be entered into a competition to win a £50 voucher for their website. And I entered the competition and I won. But they had sent me the bar oil for free. So I bought a bar and chain. And I have to say, here is the thing. I bought a bar and chain for the 435, and I've never put the bar on it because that bloody Oregon bar, that one I have, is still on it and still kicking ass to this day. So it is, you know, they're good for the money, but I think if you do a little hooking online, especially on eBay, you can buy them. So whatever generic Chinese brand it is that makes these things, they just get them painted, so I think there's a brand called Wartech, and I think that's what they are, and they just call them Rototech, but it's exactly the same. So whatever factory is making these things in China, that's what they're called. Oh, just the throat sore tonight, boys. I could feel it last week. I really could. The next day, my throat was all sore. What is this stupid cold that we all have that we're having problems shaking? You know when you have a cold and you think, I'm probably going to JK Saw Shop. Hello, you're very welcome. Sorry, I forgot how to talk there for a little while. You're thinking to yourself, it's probably going to end up being a chest infection. It's one of those. You get up. If you were to listen to our house at 7 o'clock in the morning, it sounds like this, with everybody coughing and everybody spluttering. But listen, it feels like spring is around the corner. First cut of the grass today. First cut of red branch last week. First cut of the grass out the back of the house here today. So it's definitely feels like it. Phenom 1. How's it going, buddy? You're very welcome. Thank you for all your comments on all my videos. Much appreciated, guys. And that goes for all of you as well. Diesel, yeah, you were talking about them before. I was actually watching, what do you call them? Bellhopper. Is it Bellhopper? Bellhopper had a wee, is there a Husqvarna Pro saw that he was working on? And he was explaining how in the last 5 years, how when he got them, they were all full of junk parts, and then slowly but surely he's finding that they are better and better. No. Yeah, I know. Necessity, purchases by necessity at the moment, Diesel Man. That's it. So at the minute, I'm still coming out of my winter season and still waiting for work to kick back up again. Well, I don't know about the words of wisdom bit, but yes, my life definitely. I think the last time somebody said that I was a wise man, I was probably in a school play. Hoof GP? No, I never heard of him. Simon, they actually make a clone of any saw you can think of. It's, you know, so they have still 200Ts, they have everything. Next building project is going to be, I've already started on it. I just haven't, I've laid it out. I'm going to build a covered workshop. Could have been was it iron horse? I can't remember. I can't remember. It could have been bellhopper or iron horse. I can't remember which. So I have all my poles picked out, and I'm going to concrete them into place. And I'm going to build. It's going to be similar in size to the cabin that I built, except there's going to be no walls. So it's just going to be six poles. I'm using trees from the forest this time. 6 poles with a frame around the top of it, and probably a frame around 3/4 of the bottom of it, on a pitch, 30 degrees, 35-degree pitch, and then put tin across the top of it. No way. Trimming cows' hooves. Do you know what? I watch the randomest stuff on YouTube. Do you know what is incredibly satisfying? Is people clearing drains. I swear to God, I go down that rabbit hole sometimes and they'll be like, my God, I've been watching videos of people clearing drains for 5 hours. No, that doesn't happen. 4 hours and 50 minutes. But there is some of those videos that are just so hard to turn off, aren't they? I've started watching videos of, they've started showing up in my newsfeed of this guy doing stuff with grenades. I've seen 2, and it's like, why have I? See, this is the funny thing about YouTube. Everything is out there, right? There is so much content and so many content creators that, you know, you see this video and you go, oh my God, that's a really good video. You know, how have I never stumbled across this channel before? And then you'll go to the channel and they'll have like 10 million subscribers. And you'd be like, oh. You see, this is the thing, NBC. This is the thing. It's these short videos. It's these reels on Instagram and stuff like that. Is just, you know, that's just only 10 seconds long. 4 hours later, drool coming out of you know. Oh no, he's peed himself again from watching TikTok videos on Instagram. Yes, that is the way it goes, guys. It is it's tough. It's tough. And I go through phases. And guys, listen, here's the thing. I'm really not on Facebook a lot anymore. It's sort of it sort of sucks my time more than anything else. You know, when I did have it on my phone and stuff like that, scrolling. So I got rid of it. It's gone. Can't have it on my phone. So I will turn on. Today is the first time I've turned on the computer in 4 days. Okay, so it's tough. It's tough. It's like everything is vying for your attention. No wonder there's so many issues with mental health problems and stuff when we're always thinking about the next thing and not living in the now. Go out and dig a hole, Diesel Man. You got it. Go split some wood. Let's split this. You know, do you know what I mean? I'm a double doser of vitamin D, and I take turmeric capsules, and I take zinc and calcium and all these other things. I'm also into my omega-3s, and at the minute I am taking lion's mane. Not for my hair, but for my brain. It is it's super important that you do these things. I know, where would we be without it? This is the thing, you know. Like when the weather gets good, I'll be doing my live streams from down in Red Branch. You know, and for you guys that have seen those last year, they are just brilliant. You know, they're just spectacular down at the river. You know, the mountains in the background. You're doing it all live from your phone. You know, it's just unreal. Keane's Custom Garage. Thank you very much, buddy. See you later. I really must get some more chainsaw content out lately. But you know what has been killing it is actually the wood splitting content. Wood splitting. People like to watch the Fiskars. I must actually see. I get rid of that. Nope, don't need that one. And here is the thing. Yes, no point doing wood splitting videos because I don't have any wood to split. I need to get some wood in. I need a new source. My wood that's up the mountain. My mountain wood. My mountain my mountain wood. Lovely. Good job. My mountain wood is inaccessible. It's too wet. I can't get up to get it. And at this stage, it's going to have to be May before I get up to it. It's just everything is so wet. So I need a nice handy source of firewood that I can get at the minute. I wonder if there are any trees down lately. There's bound to be a load of ash come down soon. Is anybody getting any deadfall from the ash locally in Ireland? You know, with the dieback sweeping through last year and the year before, there has to be some big trees coming down, which is an awful pity. But yeah, that's it, Pat. Sticker in the thumbnails as well. It helps, doesn't it? It's crazy, crazy, crazy. It's crazy. But that is the way of the world, and that is the way it always has been, guys. Bad news is good news. Sex sells. So if I can have a bad news story about sex, I'd be flying. I wrote down X27. Why would I write down X27? Sugar's tough. Sugar's tough. I was supposed to go off sugar for Lent. Not sugar, because I don't take sugar, but like sugar products like sweets and chocolate and all those sort of things, and sauces. There's a lot of sugar in sauces like ketchup and all those sort of things. Salt on your. Did you do it on purpose, Diesel Man, or do you like on purpose put salt on your things? It's yeah, salt is bad, or sugar is so bad for you. So like there's a great thing. There is this thing I read about the Great Sugar Conspiracy, and it's how back in the 70s, all these companies got together and started to sway public opinion to say that fat is bad for you, not sugar, fat. Okay, so and then slowly everything got increased with sugar. But they're saying fat is bad for you. You can't eat fat. You can't eat this. You can't eat that. You know, and it's all lies, and it's sugar, and it's sugar is addictive, and it's sugar that drives your kids crazy, and it's sugar that makes them. It's just tough. It's in everything. It's in absolutely everything. No way. John Bob, you're very welcome, buddy. Give up coffee. What sort of craziness is that? Yeah, I don't know if I could live without salt. This is the thing. I don't take a lot, but I cook with it a lot. Oh no. Yeah, we would use coconut oil a lot here. You know, lard's good for you. You know, it's like it's just in moderation. It's like you know, sugar is bad for you. That's the truth. You know, so it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's you know, and this is it, and this is what it all comes down to. Guys, if you're growing your own food, you know what you're putting into your body. You're buying this stuff and you don't have a bloody clue what's in it. Oh, sorry. That food that we were making, it actually turns out it gives you cancer. Sorry. Because these corporations do not care one bit. It's all about that, and that's what it's all about, guys. And that is 1 hour and 26 seconds of Wooly's ramblings on the world tonight. I have a little arrow here. I'll pick my nose with the arrow, but you can't see that now. I look like a crazy man. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Stop eating sugar, okay? Drink more coffee. Grow your own veg. Shoot your own meat, okay? Start putting tin goods away. I'm not going to say get some petrol in or get some diesel in, because that won't keep. Guys, Flat Creek Outdoors, you are turning up just at the right time, because I'm just about to say good night. Yes, thanks, Mama Taz. Guys, ice cream. The best way to store ice cream. Pappy was talking about ice cream earlier on. I promised him I would talk about ice cream on this live feed. The best way. Yes, the time to panic buy and stockpile was yesterday. Okay, let's get it on, guys. The best way to store ice cream is in my belly. Yeah!